see you again, students. Good morning. Here I am to begin this new lesson of the 7th lesson, the great sacrifice. The title itself is very carefully identified. In the story, in this lesson, somebody has sacrificed something. ದಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. For the good of somebody, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಏನಾದರೂ ದಾನ. Sacrifice is you suffer. Sacrifice, word itself it says that is sacrifice is the word is a bali. Actually, the word is called a bali koduvudu. Even is not only the bali is not only for the gods giving sacrifices. ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಬಲಿ ಕೊಡುವುದು. Not only that, even we sacrifice in our life. There are many people, they say, good of our child, parents fast, vara maduvudu. That is not a sacrifice also. For the good of somebody, if you cure, I will do this, I will do that. That is a sacrifice. I will go on the foot. I will make a dead namaskar. All this comes under the sacrifices. In a small way, we, for the good of somebody, we are ready to suffer. No? That is what. If you want to be a good of somebody, you do certain things. Okay, let us know the summary of the lesson so that you just understand very easily. So that you listen carefully, my dear students, so that you understand better when I read the lesson, when I give you the explanation of the lesson. Okay, so that you listen very carefully when I give you the summary of the lesson. This is the play about a faithful and dedicated nurse. ವಿಶ್ವಾಸದ ಮತ್ತು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಡೆಡಿಕೇಶನ್, ಓಕೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ನರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಾದಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್, ದಾದಿಯರ ಕೋಣೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದಾದೀಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನರ್ಸಸ್. ಓಕೆ, who sacrificed her own son to save the life of the prince and kept up her promise to the queen. ರಾಣಿಯ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತನ್ನ ಸ್ವಂತ ಮಗನನ್ನೇ ಬಲಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಪಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹಿಯರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ದಟ್ ಟುಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ರಾಣಾಸ್ of Mewar. Okay, this took place in the time of Rana of Mewar. And this is the story. Okay, now let us go to the story. What happens? King Rana Singh and his queen were killed. Bandir, the half brother of Uday Singh, conspired to become the ruler of Mewar as Uday Singh was an infant. Uday Singh ತುಂಬಾ ಬಾಲ್ಯದವನು ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ರಾಣಾ ಸಿಂಗ್ wanted to make a rule so that they have this problem. Bandir had killed the royal nobles of Rana Singh and had crushed many who had raised their voice against him. ಅವರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಧ್ವನಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದವರಿಗೆ who killed? Bandir killed many of them. Clear? There was a fear and discontentment among the people. So there was a lot of fear and uncomfortables among the village people, because Bandir had formed a party of his own and was planning to kill Prince Uday Singh. Now the problem was Bandir created his own party and he created his own group and tried to kill the Uday Singh, the prince of that village. Okay, let's see what happens. Pana was a loyal nurse. the name of this nurse. One is Pana, of the infant prince Uday Singh. Okay. Rania, they had olden days we had this, no, child marriages when they were already married. So the Uday Singh was a king, and his wife queen was, okay, also infant, so that they call her infant queen. Okay, she had a maid nurse, it's called the Pana. Okay, that she would save the prince from any danger, and this was the promise she had given to a queen, that any danger I will save you. She was also the mother of her infant son. She was the mother of her small son, infant son, who was of the same age as that of the infant prince. Okay, the same age of that prince. Okay, imagine so small this king was. Okay. Once the Pana and Padma, these are the two nurses who were there. They were also called as a maid, nurse, Dadiyaru, were talking about the rule of Bandir. The Bandir, he had made a rule. Champa the maid rushes to convey the message that Bandir was coming with a sword in his hand to kill Prince Uday Singh. Okay, Champa goes with the message, the news that Bandir is coming to kill this king of him, Uday Singh. So she carries the news. Puna, without giving a second thought, not thinking twice, suddenly reacting, it says, wraps Princess Uday Singh in a son's clothes without thinking. See what she does? She wraps Uday Singh in her son cloth. See the sacrifice. Remember this very carefully. Pana, what she does? Here this, as soon she receives the message that Champa brings, that the Bandir is going to come with a sword to kill Uday Singh. He was an infant. Okay, what she does? Where she is supposed to protect her son, she wraps with the same cloth of her son to Uday Singh. Covers it with the flowers and sends it through Padma and Champa and asks them to wait to hide near the gates. Okay. Immediately she wraps her own son in the prince's clothes and makes him lie down on the prince's bed. What she does? Not only wrapping the son, infant king Uday Singh in her son's cloth, but the son she wraps in the cloth of a king to identify that he is a king. See how that, which mother can do that? No? Bandir hurriedly enters the room, finds the baby on the prince's bed, mistaking it to be Uday Singh, kills the baby. After Bandir leaves, Padma in a choked voice says that she has kept her promise to the mistress and has saved the life of a prince. See the word which she had kept for the prince. She was ready to sacrifice, to give her own son for the killing. In front of her own eyes, her son was killed by this Bandir, the cruel man. And this mother remains there in front of it. And imagine this tragic of it. Is it not the great sacrifice which the mother has done? Imagine how much sacrifice your mother has given to you. How many things he has sacrificed in our life. And this to the poem, this story, have to enlighten our mind to give a respect to our mother. And this is not a simple stories. This is something you have to create in us, increase in us this love for our beloved ones who sacrifice our life. Why we don't study? Because you are not bothered what the sacrifice your parents have gone through. We are not bothered what the other people are doing. Do you think that the teachers giving you class, they are not sacrificing? They sacrifice their whole family. See, they think of a good, because if one child of my class becomes the rank student in the school, there is a lot of joy inside of the teacher. That is the only you can give. That is the sacrifice behind this. All those who bring you up. I am not speaking only of the parents. In every stuff of your life, every form of your life, there is somebody sacrifice their life for you. That is the greatness. Okay, let me read this lesson slowly so that you understand the lesson. As we've seen in the summary, okay, the nurse Padma, the infant Uday Singh, and the Padma and the Champa are the maids. Okay, Bandir, the half brother of Uday Singh, who was ruling Mewar for Uday Singh. Understood? Bandir is not a different boy. He is a half brother, not a original brother. Okay, cousin is one more word is called also half brother. Okay, let us know the things. The bedchamber of the infant prince Uday Singh in the palace of Chittor. This is the story from the king of Chittor. Bedchamber, the bedroom. Bedchamber is also called the king's bedroom. The prince is sleeping on his ivory bed, where ಆನೆಗಳ ದಂತದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And his nurse Panna, who is young Rajput woman. She was from the Rajput woman. Okay, is sitting on the another bed. Her little son, who is of the same age as the prince, is lying asleep beside her. A maid Padma comes in. Where is the prince? Puna. There he is. And here's my son. Both of them have just fallen asleep. Okay. Padma, I worried. Pana says, yes, I too am worried. Everything has been going wrong since the death of Rana Singh. After the death of Ranaji, the father, okay, the son becomes the Uday Singh becomes Rana Singh, the son Uday Singh becomes the prince. Okay, they wanted to kill now. Nobody seems to be happy. The nobles are quarreling among themselves. Okay, rich people, those who are on the state, high people, they are quarreling, fighting for a seat, fighting for this asana. They have become the mean and selfish. They are worried about only of their health. Padma, the Bandir has become very ambitious. Do you think the nobles like him? Pana, they have to like him. They are not strong enough to dislike him. But isn't he grateful to them? Is the big question here. Is that okay? Is that Bandir was really grateful to them? He was a half brother, not a full brother. Okay. Pana says, grateful? Can a snake ever be grateful to anyone? How? ಯಾವತ್ತಾರು ಯಾರಿರ್ತಾರು ನೀನು ಈಗ ಹಾಲು ಹಾಕು ಹಾಲಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಬಾಲ ನೀ ಹಿಡಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ. ಹಾಲು ಕೊಡ್ದಾದ ನಂತರ ಹಾವು ಈ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಾಲ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ನೀವು ಹೊಡಿತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ, ವಿಷ ಕಾರ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಸೇಸ್. ಓಕೆ, Bandir and the gratitude belong to two different words. I say Padma, This Bandir is a curse to the house of Mewar. ಈ ಮನೆತನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಬಂದಂಗಾಯಿತು ಅವನು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಾಗಿಂದ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಬಟ್ isn't he a son of our late Rana and a half brother of our princess? Other our relative. Okay, he is a half brother. He is not a own brother. Half brother, cousins, far away. He may be anything, but I don't trust the man. ಅವನು ಯಾರೂ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅವನ ಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಲ್ಲ. He has killed some nobles and has crushed the others. ಕೆಲವರನ್ನು ಸಾವು ಪಡೆದಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಕೆಲವರು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. They did not dare to say or do anything against him. They are discontest among the people, and there is a discontest in the army also. Why doesn't the army throw him out? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಸೇನೆಯಿಂದ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಅವನು ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್. ಬಂದೀರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಎ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ. ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅವನದೇ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಓನ್. ದೆರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಫ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮ್. Unfortunate Mewar, your trouble will never end. What can we do, Pana? We can do a lot. Let the time come. I haven't yet told you to boast about Bandir. What is it, Padma? Slowly, softly, she says, listen. Bandir wants to be the prominent Rana of Mewar. Listen, he wants to be a king of prominent Rana of Mewar, king of Mewar. ಅವನ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನು ಅವ ಆಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. He has resolved to kill the prince. ಸೊ ರಾಜನನ್ನು ಕೊಲ್ಲಲು ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. And I have resolved to solve the prince. ನಾನು ರಾಜನಿಗೆ ಉಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಮಾತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. When the Rani, the princess mother, was dying, she said to me, Pana, I have lost everything except my precious child. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಮಗನ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ನಿನ್ನ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಬಿ ಅ ಮದರ್ ಟು ಹಿಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಮ್. ಒಂದು ತಾಯಿಯಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಷ್ಟದಿಂದ ಅವನನ್ನು ಪಾರು ಮಾಡು. See how it sees. I promised her that I would give my life to save the life of a princess. I have promised. ನಾನು ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಆಣೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಜೀವ ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಅವರನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಬಚಾವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಡೈಡ್ ಸ್ಮೈಲಿಂಗ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಡೈಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿತ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮೈಲ್. ಬಂದಿರ್ cannot kill the prince as long the Pana lives. ನಾನು ಇರುವವರೆಗೂ ಅವ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. I will fulfill my promise to my late mistress. ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಚಿದ ಸತ್ತು ಹೋದ ನನ್ನ ರಾಣಿ ಮಾತನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. Sound of somebody running outside. Okay, suddenly some sound was coming. Somebody is running outside. Listen, there is somebody outside who can't be. It must be one of the guards. A maid named Champa entered, panting. Okay, panting. No, it's a lot of effort. You run and come and you pant. Okay, you gasp. That is called. Make haste. Bega. Do what you can to save the life of the prince. ರಾಜನ ಜೀವ ಉಳಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಮಾಡು. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವಂಟ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್. ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Bandir will be here in a few minutes. Bandir is coming in few minutes. He is talking to a man outside. He is only 100 yards away from here. ಕೆಲವೇ ದೂರ, ಗೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನ, ಬಂದೇ ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ನೋ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಿಲ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸ್? ನಿನಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅವ ರಾಜನಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ? ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೇಮ್ಡ್ ಸೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. he has naked sword in his hand. ಅವ ಅವ ತಲ್ವಾರ್ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Calmly, all right, the time to do or die has come. I must save the life of the prince or die with him. ನಾನು ಅವನ ಜೀವ ಉಳಿಸಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನ ಜೊತೆ ನಾನು ಸಾಯಬೇಕು. To the maids, Champa and Padma, please help me save the life of Rana Singh child. Quickly lift the prince from his bed, changes his clothes and puts him in the basket, and then covers him with the flowers and leaves. See what I said? So puts the royal's bed, his own child, and the king to a child's bed. Take this basket out of the place, hide yourself near the gate and wait for me there. Lifting up the basket, I will carry this most precious basket under my arm. Champa, follow me. To Rana, where are we going to take the prince? No, one in Mewar will keep him in a house. Don't worry, I have already thought about it. We will take him to Asha Singh, who is a good man and friend of ours. I am sure he will protect the prince. Now hurry up and be careful. The maids go out, taking the infant prince with them. Pana quickly dressed her own child in the clothes of the princess and put him in his bed. She looks at him in a few minutes, kisses him several times, and lies down on her bed. A sound of footsteps outside. Bandir enters the room hurriedly. Panna gets up from the bed. Where is the prince? Not so loud, please. He is asleep. Where is he? Panna points her child with a trembling hand. Bandir rushes to the bed and kills the child with his sword. Panna strikes the falls down on the baby's body. Bandir looks around and goes out of the room. Panna, in a chopped voice, loudly, mistress, I have kept my promise to you. Rani, ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. I have saved the life of prince. ನಾನು ರಾಜನನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸಿದ್ದೇನೆ. That is what I hope that you understand the story. See you for the next lesson for the other explanation. See you soon.